Delphox. Because I feel like Delphox is the one that is less looked at for different reasons, especially in VGC. Greninja does have the stats to be a fast water dark type. Chestnut recently got some success in the restricted formats in Scarlet and Violet as a supporting option. Meanwhile, I feel like Delphox always has fallen short, mostly because other powerful fire types filled Delphox's niche. Other psychic types did the same. Even during the original years of Mega Evolution, Charizard was just such a better option due to the drought ability that any other fire types, like the only exception was maybe Iteran, but any other fire type, even Incineroar, even if Incineroar fills a completely different niche. As a matter of fact, people play two fire types, one of them being Incineroar. But other fire types always had covered the niche Delphox wanted to cover better than Delphox. And it's not that Delphox has bad stats, as you can see, 114 special attack, 100 defense, 104 speed, 72 defense, 75 HP. Is not a bad Pokemon. It's just that it's a Pokemon with no ability. Because Magician is an ability that essentially serves no purpose, especially on this Pokemon. If the Pokemon has no item, it steals the item off of a Pokemon it hits with an attack. It's just too conditional. You are usually better off running knockoff on a Pokemon like Incineroar. You cannot run a Berry because this Pokemon, yes, is decently bulky, but is not as bulky as a Pokemon like Iteran. So, like, what are you gonna do? Run it weakness policy with a priority Aqua Jet? Yes, but then what item are you going to steal? It depends too much on the matchup. Magician is not a great ability. So, despite everything, I think they gave this Pokemon Expanding Force, yes. But as a Psychic type that spams Expanding Force, as a Fire Psychic type, we had Armor Rouge. Armor Rouge not only has Flash Fire, not only has Weak Armor, which are two abilities. Even if Weak Armor, again, is too conditional, is still better than Magician because it traces the speed. You can Aqua Jet it, trigger a weakness policy, and suddenly you have a +2/+2/+2 beast. It even learns Heat Wave. So, up until now, Delphox felt very short due to the better choice of fire types we always had. However, as I said, Delphox got a Mega Evolution. And now we're starting to cook. Defense, physical defense remained the same. Special attack got a massive 45 boost. Special defense got a 25 boost. And speed got 30 extra points. These Pokemon stats are very, very good. Are exactly what this Pokemon needed, along with a new ability. At the time of the recording, we don't know the abilities of the new Mega Evolutions. But any opportunity to remove Magician and Blaze in hope for a better competitive ability, we'll take it. If I had to choose, I don't see them giving Mega Delphox the route for two reasons. They don't want a power trip Charizard. The Charizard is the poster boy of the game. And even as a design, I don't... Yeah, it's a witch, so I guess it may control the weather, but I don't think they're gonna give Mega Delphox the route, although it would be very optimal if I gotta be completely honest. the other abilities this Pokemon can have, I don't know, perhaps Magic Bounce to keep the magical team, which would be good because the primary way to deal with a Pokemon like this is usually Thunder Wave, because it's so fast you wanna slow it down. So already having something like Magic Bounce will be very good, because at this point you cannot paralyze this Pokemon, you cannot status this Pokemon in any way. If anything, it will bounces back the status move, so yeah, it will be a much better upgrade compared to Magician. So yeah. Aside from that, let's talk a bit more in detail about how to play our Magician Fox, which I gotta be honest, I don't think Pokemon Legends EA is a bad game, as many people are saying. I think those people are just BSing themselves. However, I do have my criticisms as well, such as with many other games. One of them being the Megastones for the starters are limited to ranked matches. That's a bad choice. I feel like they should keep the Mega Evolutions for the Kalos starters always available. In some way, you wanna make it online, make it online. I don't care, just make it always available, not tied to ranked matches in a season. Especially because the seasons are very short. Like Mega Greninjas is already about to end. Not even a month has passed, so yeah. But anyway, let's talk about how we wanna spread and what moves we wanna give to this Pokemon. So, this Pokemon I feel like is very straightforward, at least for the first times. You wanna run this Pokemon fast and strong. The stats of this thing are amazing, like 252, no empowering nature. Like, this Pokemon is timid, is not boosting with a nature the special attack stat, and does 211. It's just insane, and 204 speed as an ending stat for speed is incredibly powerful. To make a comparison with the stats, 134 speed, just to let you know, is the speed that is above Eternatus and below Koraidon by 1 point, and it's below Fluttermane by 1 point, below Chien-Pao by 1 point, though Fluttermane is a bit unfair usually to compare it with speed because it has photosynthesis, as we discussed in the Mega Frost last video, so Fluttermane is a bit of a special case here. It's 2 points less than Iron Bundle, though same thing, but it's a very good speed stat. Meanwhile, 159 special attack is also an amazing stat. It's 2 points above Necrozma Wings and 5 points above Mewtwo. So it's a very good stat. It's so good, this number, even if you lower it a bit, like you go perhaps 200, you have a lot of points. You have 92 points extra to spend into HP and perhaps try some calculations. You may even wanna run a slightly less offensive Mega Delphox. As you can see, at minimum investment, the special attack on this Pokemon is still massive. But yeah, we are gonna discuss that in a minute when we discuss about the moves. For now, I feel like most people are going to run at the start of the meta if Mega Delphox is legal from the get-go. This will be the standard. To make a comparison with Charizard, Mega Charizard Y to be more precise, which, despite how much I love Mega Charizard X to play, Mega Charizard Y is going to be the most popular option between the two. So let's put Charizard at level 50. You can see the special attack is exactly the same, but this Pokemon is way faster than Mega Charizard. So this is already a massive improvement. Plus doesn't have the 4-time weakness to rock, so perhaps one Intimidate with the correct spread may already be enough to make this make Mega Delphox resist one Rock Slide from either Tyranitar or Excadrill, probably not both. And it's probably going to be a very popular strategy as well, as we discussed into the Mega Excadrill video. You can find the playlist with all the Mega Evolutions that gets updated every time I upload one, so you can see all the discussion from the Mega Evolutions. So this Pokemon already has an edge on Mega Charizard, though I have to say Mega Charizard usually runs Tailwind. I don't know why it's giving illegal Tailwind. It should be completely legal. They took away Tailwind from Charizard, and I missed it. Oh, okay, sorry. But last time Mega Charizard Y was playable, it had Tailwind. We may see a comeback in that. Hopefully not, but I had to say it anyway. But in a vacuum, you can see that the stats are decently superior. He's also slightly bulkier in special defense. So Mega Charizard doesn't have a good time compared to Mega Delphox, stat-wise, only stat-wise. Move-wise, they are very similar. Though, where Mega Charizard has to rely on Air Slash, which is unfortunately an inaccurate move, Mega Delphox has plenty of options. It also has Heat Wave. I'm sorry for making a lot of comparisons with Mega Charizard Y. I don't like making comparisons, as I said in Mega Frost last video. I think every Pokemon has a niche that can fill if the correct situation is met. But it's inevitable because Mega Charizard Y was one of the most powerful Mega Evolutions back in the day. So Mega Delphox has to run through this test. So they both have Heat Wave, though Mystical Fire can be pretty good. As the secondary stab, we talked about how inaccurate Air Slash can be. Delphox doesn't have that problem. It's a Psychic, it's a Psyshock. It even has, as we saw, Expanding Force, which will probably be the staple here. And with how White Guard may run, since a lot of people will be scared of the comeback of Mega Charizard Y, I feel like Sacred Fire, what am I saying? Mystical Fire or Flamethrower will be better options to Heat Wave in most cases, depending on the meta, of course. If the meta doesn't have any good wildcard user, you can of course go Heat Wave. But if there's too many and you wanna still use your Fire Stab, you should use Flamethrower or even Fire Blast if you're feeling silly, if you wanna gamble your victories. But yeah, I'm gonna put Heat Wave because it's probably going to be the best one. Usually Pokemon with this many powerful AoE moves have in the teams ways to deal with common White Guard users, though common White Guard users change depending on the meta. For all we know, Garganacl will be legal. Garganacl has White Guard, and yeah, you may use another member of the team to deal with this, but also Chestnut. Chestnut is probably going to be legal along with Delphox unless they do something weird. And as I said at the start of the video, it also has White Guard, and it's a grass fighting, so Delphox usually should win this. But if it spams White Guard and you cannot hit it with neither Expanding Force or Heat Wave, you may need to adapt with Psychic or Flamethrower in some way. So these are the moves: Stab, Flamethrower, Expanding Force, Psychic, Fire Blast, Heat Wave. Change it depending on your needs, okay? Meanwhile, as per coverage moves, this Pokemon, if I recall correctly, doesn't have too many bad coverage. We see here Dazzling Gleam can be good for dark types since it's going to be a weakness. Though one of the most popular dark types is probably going to be King Gambit if it's legal, so at that point you just slot a fire type move. But we're gonna talk about King Gambit in a minute. Focus Blast. Again, if you wanna gamble. Grass Knot is very good. It's a grass type move, especially if a heavy water type is going to be legal. Scorching Sands can actually be pretty decent against rock types. Case on point, Titar. Shadow Ball can also be very good. Stored Power, we're gonna talk about this in a minute, though I don't think it's going to be very useful. You cannot use Terra Blast with a different type that is. And then nothing much more, but already having these choices, let me put Grass Knot as an example. It's going to be more than enough. As per status moves, this Pokemon may be able to set up. It has Calm Mind, and this is where I wanted to get. With a Calm Mind set, you may run less special attack points, and you may wanna run more HP points, so you make this bulkier. Set up in Delphox, and you can run it with all the supports we talked about in the last videos when I talked about setting up or supporting. So Clefairy, Indeedee, Tandemaus, all of that good stuff. So yeah. Mousehold, not Tandemaus, sorry. It also has Nasty Plot, which is also very good. In my opinion, it also depends on the meta. If you wanna make your Delphox bulkier because there's special attackers everywhere, and you may wanna trade a bit less of offense you get with Nasty Plot with a bulkier Delphox, you may absolutely do it. But just to let you know, this Pokemon has very valid options. Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, very good. Like imagine doubling this massive special attack, or powering up by 50% the special defense. This Pokemon becomes incredibly powerful and is also very fast, very strong. Absolute cinema. As other status moves, it has Psych Up. I don't think it's going to come up most of the times unless there's a Xerneas in the meta and you wanna copy the Geomancy boost. That will be very fun, and then you eat it instead with Expanding Force. You eat it with Psyshock, you absolutely demolish Xerneas, and you are a Fire type, so it cannot hit you for super effective or for neutral damage. That will be massively powerful. That may be a funny idea for when Xerneas becomes legal. Trick you cannot use, Switcher you cannot use. You may use Substitute plus a setup move, but at that point it becomes too clunky. You don't wanna use this tendentially. Will-O-Wisp may become useful. You are very fast, you can burn a key target and defend a partner and Delphox itself if you run it a bit bulkier. As I told before, you can Will-O-Wisp, I don't know, Calm Mind, and then Fire type move, and either Protect or another stab like Psychic, so all of that good stuff. It has Imprison, it should also learn Trick Room, so you may use this, but if you wanna imprison Trick Room, you don't need to use your offensive threat. It has Metronome. Magic Room, again, if you wanna counter a Pokemon that relies on his item, you cannot block Mega Stones or Z Crystals. You cannot. People already tried it. You cannot use Magic Room to block a Mega Stone. People tried it with Ultra Necrozma. You could transform it and use the Z move on Xerneas with no problem. Imprison if you are against a mirror match or another Pokemon known for using Expanding Force or Heatwave, for example. You don't need Owl, you don't need Endure, you don't need Copycat, you don't need Confuse Ray. You may try and use Charm for a support set, but I don't suggest using this Pokemon as a supporting set. So, I'm gonna put Protect also because it's an option, but just know that this Pokemon has a lot of options, and with a better ability over Magician of Blaze and better stats, I feel like this Pokemon can finally shine for its versatility. So yeah, I really like how they distributed these these Pokemon stats. I don't think we need to check Cerebi for any new move, mostly because this Pokemon already has everything it needs. So yeah. Partners for this Pokemon. So we talked about how Incineroar is good even as a secondary fire type because it's so powerful. Well, Incineroar is going to be one of your best friends thanks to Intimidate, Fake Out and Party Shot because any physical threat that we are noticing it's probably going to be the weak spot of this Pokemon. You may stop from attacking and lower the power with Intimidate, so Incineroar very, very good. An Intimidate user, of course, is always going to be good. If you're not playing Intimidate on your team, you either don't need it or what the heck are you doing. Other Pokemon, after a long time, I feel like I am finally suggesting Indeedee again. Psychic Surge Expanding Force is no novelty. It's been the staple since Sword and Shield. Follow Me, it's probably going to be the best move for this Pokemon. You can also use Helping Hand, Protect, and the last move I leave blank because we still don't know if this Pokemon will maintain Trick Room in Pokemon Champions because, as I said, it was a glitch. So Trick Room in Prison can be an option if available. I don't know if they're gonna make it available. You are scared perhaps of Trick Rooms. You may play Torkoal as a Trick Room check. If Mega Delphox doesn't have the route, you may play Torkoal. You lead Torkoal and Delphox, and then you have this core that is either extremely fast or extremely slow. So no matter if the opponent puts Trick Room, you have an answer in Torkoal. If you don't wanna run Torkoal because you feel like it's too clunky, plus it's three fire types, though in a Sun team may be acceptable. You may run Clefairy. You may run Clefairy with Eviolite and Friend Guard with, of course, Follow Me. And Follow Me, which is something you should absolutely do. And After You. So in Trick Room, this Pokemon is so slow, it will act most of the times first. So you can play it like this. After You on your Delphox, Delphox immediately takes the turn. Clefairy is an amazing Pokemon. We talked about Mousehold. Again, Frengard, Follow Me. I don't know why they gave this Pokemon Follow Me. You can use Thunder Wave. Doesn't Nice Wind, no. Super Fang. Super Fang is always good. You can use Taunt. It's a non-priority taunt, so Trick Room setters like Farigiraf may not avoid your taunt. So it's another way to stop Trick Room because it's something you gotta do with such a fast-paced Pokemon. Other members, maybe other attackers that cover for where Mega Delphox cannot hit, because as I always say, never put all your eggs in one basket just because you have a Mega Evolution. The Pokemon you may need to hit with Mega Delphox may be mostly Water types, mostly Dark types. So if a Pokemon like Kartana is legal, you give it Leaf Blade and Sacred Sword. So you hit both Dark types and Water types, but it's very unlikely that Kartana is going to be legal from the get-go. So you may wanna run, I don't know, a Grass type Pokemon. Possibly not Rillaboom, because at that point you may lose your Psychic Terrain. Though, if you're afraid of a Pokemon like Chestnut that you cannot hit with Expanding Force, you can put Rillaboom in, change the field at that point expanding force is not blocked by Wide Guard anymore, so you still hit Chestnut for super effective. That can be an option. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, other grass option among us for Trick Room. Brute Bonnet if it's legal. We don't know if it's going to be legal. You may also run double Mega Evolution with Mega Chestnut. This Pokemon is also a Trick Room option. It eats water and dark types, so you can cover your Mega Delphox for that. Other fighting type Pokemon that can be legal. Annihilate is very good. Annihilate is very good because it basically destroys any dark type. Conkeldurr is also a trick room option. It has guts, so you don't fear being put to sleep because you equip it with a fire orb. Mega Phalanx can also be a good option. We already discussed Mega Phalanx. If Decidueye is legal, you may try it. Mega Ulucha can be very good. There's a lot of options as a secondary attacker for to cover for Mega Delphox. You just need to find and adapt to the correct metagame. You may use even an electric type. There's plenty of good electric types. Electros now is good. I don't know if Ironhands is legal. You may use Ironhands. Kilowattrel, which is also pretty good speed controlling options, such as Clefairy with Icy Wind and Maushold with Thunder Wave. Kilowattrel has Tailwind. In some metagames, Magneson was pretty decent. Hi Pachirisu. Obligatory mention of Pachirisu. Raging Bolt if it's legal, Regieleki if it's legal. Raichu is getting a Mega Evolution in the DLC, so Mega Raichu can be a pretty good option as well, even as a secondary Mega Evolution. You don't have to run a secondary Mega Evolution all the time. But sometimes, in some metagames, it has happened that it may happen again. It's a way to cover more ground with the coverage of your overall team. Rotom is also a very good option as an electric type, so let me put, I don't know, Rotom Grass. The word is yours. Mega Delphox is a very powerful option. Other Tailwind options, maybe if it's legal, Whimsicott with Prankster. It also has Energy Ball, so you can cover up. It also has Sunny Day, so if you don't want to set up the sun with Torkoal or any other Sunsetter, you may have Whimsicott. You may also use Sunny Day manually to win the Weather War. Anything, really, anything. Mega Delphox is very promising, both team-wise and both stat-wise, team-wise, move-wise. Yeah, I'm very happy that this Pokemon is finally getting a second chance. Please give it a good good ability after Mega Evolving, because Magician, really? I get Blaze, it's the ability base of all starters. Magician? Come on now. You didn't want this Pokemon to be good. I don't, or else I don't know what to say. But anyway, these are all just some supports. Of course, you may find new ones depending on what's legal and what's not in Pokemon Champions. But yeah. This is all I had to say. I hope you enjoyed. I'm trying not to make always videos that are 40 minutes plus. But I'm sorry, I like to yap a lot. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can subscribe and follow me on the Purple platform to support this series and many other series that are coming out. And see you next time. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.